Ladies and gentlemen, Ibrahim, listen, guys, today is February 12th, 2023. Beautiful day, guys. I want to talk to salon people. In times like these, what we really need right now is reassurance system. We get for reassure with people, let them understand and know, say, we get a very bright future ahead of we. You see, salon people, a lot of folks, they doubt on a level of capacity for say when they understand certain issues like a we, like a me. We are confident, say, salon people over the past 5 years don't learn a lot about what it's take for let we get a proper practice in democracy in our nation. So Marika Fuka talk to her today when I know say I don't can do audios as much, because I feel say those what they do during the week. And of course, cash boxing, recruiter can always come and people's power itself, can come and, give them messages, them, brother him, and them, and the with brothers and sisters, them on social media. You talk about, brother Felix, brother Arthur, political prophet, sister Yayo, all of these people, brother ODD, all of these guys are coming out here, and putting messages out to continue to bring awareness. You see, because one thing I can tell when the most dangerous people to deal with, that person will not believe, say, and not even know, say, they work in a darkness. So, they seek light because you don't even know, say, the inside darkness. And for a lot of we brothers and sisters in Sierra Leone today, they like it today, then they inside darkness, but they don't even know, say, they inside darkness because when you're inside darkness, and you become self-conscious and aware, say you're inside darkness, then at the time you go do what you for do for you before give yourself some light. And we get a very long fight now for fight. And this is what I tell when I say again, you see, me, it's not about political power for me, right? It's about you, the people. It's about empowering Sierra Leoneans. Them, we don't get a lot of politicians who don't come and tell me this, tell me that. They feel we disappointed us, right? And that is why me get for bridge that gap and get for bridge, that divide, and for let people and get confidence in political personalities moving forward in that nation. You see, because one thing we will lack in Sierra Leone in Africa problem, it is the fact that people that are, giving jobs, they don't take their job them seriously, especially within the political arena. When you look at the private sector, people will get job within government agencies or then get job with private, institutions. Them then go, then they do their job out for do because if you don't do your job, then somebody else they wait for that door, we go can't do that job there for you. So people get for keep and do their job and make sure say they meet their goals them and their objectives them every month. Would I get for give report to give a report? That is how the system works, and then you get paid. You have a job, you keep your job, you protect your job. But when you look at politicians, a lot of them, they are very deceitful. They job them, they don't take them for granted because they feel say they don't get power past the people. They forget say the people and then give them power. Again, when you look at the Constitution, Section 5, subsection 2, it makes it very clear. It says sovereignty belongs to the people. It says the government derives its legitimacy, its authority, and its power from the people. That means that the government, only power we government get, now the people get. Government is the people, now the people get them. But that is why, like me, my goal is to bring the people for understand, say, the government belongs to them and I didn't get the power. But at the same time, we're thinking kill land, when you get sets of leaders, them, we know they actually work with the people side by side. Because they don't want to let the people understand the power where the people themselves get. They don't want to let the citizens of a nation understand, say, that they get the absolute power. Now the people they decide whether for govern them, now the people for decide whether for lead them. That is the Sierra Leone way I get at the sea. That is the vision that I have. And that is why I tell when I say, you see, it's a long run. Because we don't see Sierra Leone and say, hey, bo, go wait, Ibrahim, who say you come away, the guys for can't talk now, for say you want for can run for presidency in this country. You see, one thing we will know, believe, say, when you bring change come, especially within the African concept, change the start from the top all the way down. And then eventually, when we don't get the people for understand, then the change they begin coming from don't come up. Salon right now, what do we need? We need leaders then where they come and empower the people, give the people the power, let the people understand, and then they control the power. And then once you get to that point, now the people understand, say, from the lower side now, that then they come out now for begin take charge of their own power. But until we get politicians, then we're willing for give back the power to the people. We don't go anywhere. And that is why I come in. That is why I say again, it's a long game. 2028 or 2033, right? 2028, why I say so? In as much as when you look at, say, Dr. Samura Kamara, hopefully would win the flag bearership for the APC, go become a president. And maybe when he becomes a president, he will be a better president. And we go see the kind of changes that we want to see in the lives of the people. So go say, okay, well, 2028, Loki, this man, chance. Let you go to 2033 back. Second chance, right? Depending on how you work for we. I tell you, we make that evaluation day. Man go come then and talk to her back. So a lot of people in this now a long hollow, a long fight. I'm a very young man. I have a long way to go. 10 years to me means nothing. It's nothing. I then I go begin to be prime self. So for now, I have a long way to go. Now make I tell when I say I see everything really happen. I see una confusion within the APC party. I see the way they disturb una. I see how they don't disenfranchise a lot of young people when they come up and stand for take certain positions them. They don't disenfranchise una completely. Some of una them bulldoze una because they want to do it, they want to do thinking, say now then get the power and they go control the power. They forget saying now una get the power eventually. They say una they laugh last, now ain't for laugh the best oh. And now they will get for rich. We see what's in the happen within the party. And they can't tell anybody say, don't take action, no go to court, no file a petition. And that's not what I'm saying to you. I'm just saying that they recognize the fact that we watch from outside, we see what's in the happen within the APC as a political party. Everybody, every one of you guys that are listening to me now, when I know my advocacy, it's not just WhatsApp. WhatsApp is just a little piece of the pie, right? Because WhatsApp, of course, now they were able for reach with brothers and sisters, them, not the interior, not the province system. Because what you do, it's cheaper for you to get data that you sell for listening WhatsApp, as opposed to like Facebook or YouTube or on Twitter. I'm not Sierra Leonean really sabi, but Twitter. But I'm happy the population on Twitter don't grow. So social media is not just WhatsApp. It's bigger than just WhatsApp. It's a whole host of other platforms out there where you forget total control of. And which is where I have total control of every other one of those platforms. And at the same time, I have, as much as I'm busy, but I get total control of those platforms. When you talk about Facebook, we talk about YouTube, you talk about the Twitter, those are places where I get absolute control. They come back now, WhatsApp, we get absolute control. When I listen, they say we. Because self-praise is no recommendation. But they like it today where we put out messages out there. Everybody know they want to listen if they come across with messages them. When you come across with message, see when you listen to me again, I say we because again, when I know there's a plethora of good people on social media that are doing a phenomenal work, right? Which a lot of people they appreciate for what they're doing. Where they come and talk about consciousness and talk about the realities without using invectives. We know they use mamikos, right? But what's not the problem we'll get now salon like today? We don't see a society where they say that like curiosity now kill the cat. That curiosity, within a curiosity in local terms, in layman terms, Kongosa, you have body, you want for know, now in a curiosity. You want for know, you want for know. And this is what I can tell people. They can say, Brian, well, they even inside some of them messages there we play they put out we get mamikos. At the end of the day, you get for listen small because you are hearing something else there inside we go on for hearing. When me I said to you, it is either you are for or you are against. Because like me, one no say those messages, no matter what's inside, whether the good one or whether the bad one, a message gets context. And if I not stand with one part of that particular message, then there is no way I will go and listen that particular message there. But again, curiosity kills the cat because if me don't make up my mind, say this particular kind of message, I'm not going to listen to it. I don't care to know what's inside good or what's inside bad. But Sierra Leoneans today, even you get the top people where you go say these are elites, intellectuals, will learn book. Curiosity then they kill them. Then you go back to the lay person. We don't go far by education, formal education, because a lot of our brothers and sisters will not forget to they learn Arabic, that Quran. And then alone, it's a very powerful means of education in itself. They don't just go through the formal schooling, we all they talk, we deal with like English and all that stuff. So don't forget, Andy, Sierra Leoneans are highly intelligent people. But no more something today, we can allow ourselves to be used in a certain way. Curiosity kills the cat. If I say I'm not listening to a certain type of message, I'm not listening to her. I don't want to know what's good, I don't want to know what's bad. I'm not going to listen to it, period. And if we all as Sierra Leone cultivate that sense, for say, what's in this message, we don't listen to this kind of message, regardless of how what's in good inside, what's not good inside. We know they come for can pick and choose and cherry pick. If this message is something where they're against with values, anything within this message is against our values, then if we all say we're not going to listen to it, we're going to listen to her. Period, point blank. But they like it today, we not say misinformation and disinformation is the biggest threat where they face the world. Somebody can kind of look the sky, say na red. Where they see the sky, no say na blue. Then people believe her. This is what is happening. It happens across the rest of the world. But again, I say to every Sierra Leonean, be conscious of what you listen to. Be aware of what you listen to. Have some amount of decency within yourself. You don't go call yourself Alaji. You don't call yourself Aja. You don't go Mecca. You dey pray. You know what's in the Quran, the Bible talk about using foul languages against women them. But you dey sum up the courage for go ahead for listen to messages we defile the Quran, we defile the Bible. But you would listen to it because waiting do in Africa today, especially Sierra Leone, we don't develop a culture of laziness, so much to the point that instead of us holding our leaders accountable, the one that we're supposed for protect we till we don't reach to now, the laziness don't kick into where we feel say it is that momentary high when somebody come and say something using invectives, bad language them, when we feel say now for that seconds, that few seconds, we feel high, we feel good, we say yes, they don't fit for we, whilst nothing is actually changing. Policies are not being affected. The lights not the water, not the healthcare, the corruption is rampant. From when Brother African Express the report year after year, say the president here in West, they take money per DM for sending the travel. Billions of leons. The members of parliament not come na the well of parliament for someone this president. For can ask them who say you the travel, so how much travel you dey do so for you to spend these billions of leons while speaking, and they get colostomy bag, they not get access to healthcare. They need for go and go take care of them in Ghana. Picking a foreigner man go take and broke and the rotten param, they not get access to healthcare, hospital. Bele woman and they go for go born picking. They're not able for they survive the salon de like today where person get bele na hengat stay born because you never know. Now God know everything. All man say I left me case God now by God in power, now by God in power. You see, this is the problem we'll get today today inside we country inside Sierra Leone. That is why you have people like myself when they come there, we can't talk to now. So salon people they say we get for left a laziness culture and take appropriate actions. Members of parliament, when you take the leader of the opposition, then they fet na parliament, not in a salon parliament. Then when they go on a ECOWAS parliament, they say go ECOWAS parliament, you go fet for win at the international world. When they reach ECOWAS parliament back, they tell way for the day, not did it. And Usai be there, nobody knows. So this day, you not talk to we. Nobody not ask him. Usai you be there. When then the liper with people and say they were carrying machetes. When the liper with people and say they get gone. You will liper with people. Where Usai you be there as the leader of the opposition, there is no accountability in a nation. So my make salon people if you like where you smoke, they don't smoke. We go sit down, we smoke. That moment they feel high. We see with brother and sister and they use kush. Then they use all them synthetic drugs. So for that moment, I see one documentary in a BBC where the young girl they talk with Tyson, brother Tyson, we do that BBC documentary day. Where one of the lady then where they interview, they talk and say, they feel high. That moment right now. That is the thing where we don't take now, they like it today. Intellectuals, elites, and then the worst amongst us with people who don't get access to formal education, when they do research for themselves and able to educate themselves on how things for work, how government for work, how leaders for hold governments accountable, how everybody for play a role and a responsibility. Then one then they of course they are just susceptible to anything we can meet them, then they accept them as a sacrosanct fact. But we call ourselves so we get small education. We sit down with a Washington thing they are today. We don't get a society where the leaders are so lazy, then decide for say what they do, then they auction off the country to some folks out there that are deranged individuals for use them because they feel say when they come they use them, then they cost money cost for defend them and protect them. That way they not go do their own job, then sit up, then sit back, then they watch with democracy and the moral values within a society is being destroyed and desecrated upon. It's like when they sit down, then they watch these things that are happening instead of them playing their role as leaders, as legislators with supreme legislative authority. When you talk about the members of parliament, everything that has crippled our society today, if democracy is lacking in Sierra Leone, if the human rights of the people is being violated, if the civil liberties of Sierra Leoneans are being violated, if the rights to free speech of Sierra Leoneans, they don't violate them. If the rights to assembly and associate, they don't violate them. If the government can just make up charges against anybody, then go lock them up. And then you get opposition figures that would never say a word about the detention of opposition figures. What to do? They say because if you go open up another political party, they talk against we and all campaign against we. So every other political leader, nobody cannot stand up and say, no, what they're doing to this particular person is wrong. If this man has a case, when I go and prosecute him, present the evidence to us, sentence him to jail. But don't hold this man behind in wheel, against in wheel. You lock him up no more. You hold them to ransom because you feel say get power. Then the members of parliament, we're supposed for protect the citizens them. We're supposed for protect the institutions them. Because again, we to make Africa delicate idea. We not get strong institutions. This is something we Barack Obama talk about. Building strong institutions in our nation. My brother Korekuta can always mention that. Building strong institutions in our nation. Members of parliament for hold the judiciary accountable. Just like how Dr. Abdullahi Conte in the recent, ruling of the PR system. It told the judiciary and it tell the Chief Justice, Babatunde Edwards, it said the same alacrity when I give this PR matter. It's the same alacrity you should give to other cases in front of you. What's the alacrity mean? The kind where they yange, quick, rush, then gladdy, for go and pass a ruling against the PR because they want for user. It is the same way they for put, yange, and amzi for yagba. For go pass judgment by other case system, whether in front of the Supreme Court or whether in front of the judiciary as a Sierra Leone as a whole. But we see people like Kamarimba is being locked up, in a jail. Nobody not to say anything. The leaders them the parliament, the members of parliament them, they sit down. And this is section 17, subsection 3 of the 1991 Constitution. We make it very clear, say you can either hold somebody for 10 days or not more than 72 hours. If you don't bring charges against the person, you forget a person bail. Bail is an entitlement, Sierra Leoneans. It is a right of every citizen, regardless of what it is. Even if they feel say you're a threat, your flight risk. But Cameroon for the jail for 3 years. Even if they feel say it's a flight risk. I mean, come on, Sierra Leoneans. But they hold this guy. There is no evidences against them. They know for prosecute the matter, sentence the man to jail, and go lock her up. Then we all go come tomorrow. We go look the matter for see. Okay, this man wanna chat say is commit rape atrocity. Where is the evidence? Wanna show we go back. We can open up this case here and look at this man in matter. But this is the society where we don't get today. So because these leaders they know what for do the job them. What did they do? Then they branch the job out to a subcontractor. So instead of them being the actual contractors that the people they pay, they don't subcontract the work now to deranged individuals, hooligans in society. For say let them go affect the effect, let them they cause mommy cost no more. Mommy cost then go fix the problems of the country. But within the salon people they fail for realize is the fact that the mommy cause not they fix nothing, not they change nothing. Waiting the further do that with society. Now for bring a karma, omen, destruction upon our society. That is what it does. Because women are blessed creatures of the world. Women are people their way, God make way. Now, woman make the world deal like I did. If the world they multiply and move, if we get 8 billion people today, not so magic. Now through woman, God make them possible. Some of us we get we married, we get sister them, we get cousin them. We've seen exactly the pains where woman they go through, the menstrual period, woman they go born picking. That pain is nothing like any other pain that they do here, but God puts the power upon them for contain them. But we in Sierra Leone today, instead of the people and we're supposed to do the job, stand up and speak up against the terrible things that are happening. No, the members of parliament them, we for protect the institutions, we for protect the country, we for protect the people, we for protect and defend democracy. Then subcontract the work to some of these hooligans in society. For them go around, for use these bad words them against a woman. And then we want for say we can't for go before. And then you have woman them. Somebody listen to this message now while we go say back. Hey, Molekos. These are women, but waiting though, Sierra Leoneans. You see, this is why I say the civic education is a critical piece of waiting we lack now in country. And until we uplift with people, it's a job that we are ready for. It's a job that we're ready for sacrifice for. And that is why I say again, we're doing these. I don't promise you that at some point say I'm going to do audios, then we can talk about the constitution, certain areas and all of that, which I stopped doing anyways because we do messages them weekly on a daily basis. I believe say a lot of Sierra Leoneans them would emancipate them from that mental slavery. A lot of people don't turn their minds around. A lot of brothers and sisters them their mind they're open for receive, what we're talking about, and they don't see them and they know. And that is why we say there is no time now. Elections there around the corner. Marabio for go. But what will they do for poor Marabio? Now for talking about say Marabio to go. Talking about say Marabio to go is not going to solve anything. We can talk all you want. Anybody can come and just talk. But let we look at what's happening in the country like today. We get more than 257 plus thousand people. This is 250,000 people. Where they don't delete them from the voter register. And I don't forget say President Bill win the elections by less than 90,000 votes. Less than 2%. Less than 2%. Little over 90,000 votes. If this man don't go now, they don't delete through neck. They don't delete over 250,000 people. Then not only that, we first time voters them when they turn 18 by June 24. They suppress over 500,000 of those people, young adults, them for vote in the next elections. They're not even for register. Hey, salon people. We don't see no go. Then you have people within the APC to the point now they don't begin preach tribalism against a certain tribe. Then they go against Limba people now. Who side this come out within APC? Then we say, well, win election within the APC as a party. We segregate. The APC they segregate as a party, but they say they won't win election. They don't begin call out certain tribes. Tribes that were very pivotal to the existence of the APC as a political party. When they take the people of the Limbas. Now they don't they look the Limbas they like for say they are foreigners. Now they own country. Where they belong to a political party where they have been always been very, very subservient to. The Limba they don't respect, they don't deal with the APC from time immemorial. And they shake, they are unwavered. APC say they want for win, but you get people within this APC I structure, the hierarchy of the APC party. There is sedent in there. They sit down. They are silent about it. This is what I'm going to say to you guys. You see, they don't get this culture and this phenomenon to think that without APC or SLPP, there would not be any other political party. Then, unfortunately, somebody like the NGC party, the own main man, it don't come prove again one more time, say, without APC or SLPP, no other political party will survive. Because this man began the golden opportunity. He might not have even been a president in Sierra Leone, but the NGC would have don't take hold. I let for speak now. I want to talk proper Creole. But the NGC will don't take hold. Now we democratic place inside Sierra Leone. Over time, if for the build up, because people for the see the foolishness between these two political parties and say, you know what, enough is enough. I think so. Go this third route. But this is what I say. It's going to take a very long time for that to happen. You know, at some point, you all know, say I get the People's Liberation Academy, right? It's a PLA, People's Liberation Academy. Basically, for me, it's about teaching, civic education. Let's say Leoneans understand the right. Over the past few years, a lot of people will say, Brian, no, hey, Brian, not left APC. Look at your grandpa, what's the work they do for APC and all this stuff they did. Not left APC, kind of APC no more. Who can't fetishize the APC, we'll make sure, say, we take care of the APC as a political party. And to them, I say, it is true. Because when you call, you say the phone at them, you look back at 1967 with Grandpa, 7 phone. And the man that they wake up with 15 Land Rovers at the time. 15 Land Rover. Now, so Albert Magai, they know say they don't lost the election. When the Land Rover, they reached that country, 1967. Freetown scatter. One old Freetown shake. Land Rover, the people that line up at the streets of Freetown, the Land Rover, they pass. 1967, me on Grandpa, 7 phone and 9 door. A cow the Land Rover in the other country. One for every constituency. Egishaka Stevens, one himself get one. A can liberating political party. I might not be able to do it in my own grandpa do. But the fact of the matter remains, the legacy we don't left alone is enough for if you didn't engrave, let me say again, your own grandpa can go back and go to your other political party against the own party with them form. I think so when I get to certain points to a point when I correct. So they see the foolishness of the going within the APC. Why they so I cut across Sierra Leone. Hey, I get Fuller blood, I get Soso blood, I get Timini blood, I get Madingo blood, I get Shabro blood. Me wherefore I married so. Na Soso, na Madingo, na Timini, na Fuller. So all over across the country. So we don't expand. We get the foundation for what you take. When you say APC, you say Fona, you say then Camara Taylor them. You say, oh, you know all the names there. We from the APC. If I begin calling them now, they are not left somebody else out. Una know we grandpa they have them fed. SI Kuruba, all them people a day. Una know. All of these would say we get the responsibility for making sure we protect the APC. But then like today, we see what's happening at the APC as a political party. Now make us say that the long game will reflect. 2028 with the car. 2028, when they say like say they fire, not they fire. But they prepare everybody now. Because I know I'm not going to say tomorrow, but hey, Ibrahim, no, I don't make it clear. 2028, will they contest the presidency? I get ways to go, like I say. 2028, 2033, the foundation has been set. The Salon people don't know whose side we stand. Now, the beautiful thing about when we can inside the politics, we not just appear out of nowhere. Oh. No, we not just run cam America, or run go Europe, or go get doctor degree, get PhD, you can begin to get to people. No, me as a young man, I begin work for all than 24, 25, all critical positions inside Sierra Leone and outside of Sierra Leone. I tell God thank you like it today. I'm not going to United Nations, so I'm not going to work in United Nations. But I work for some of the most credible institutions you can think of within the private sector. Because like United Nations, and I would say they call IGO, international governmental organizations, and then you get NGO, then when are non-governmental organizations within. I don't know if I'm for going inside and for teaching identity, but anyways, that they can for do with when you talk about joint, anyways. But you get IGOs with like the United Nations, these where governments them get for scientists to for be a part of. So that IGO there one and then NGOs like the Oxfam, all these other Red Cross there and in the NGOs, non-governmental organizations. But like we take like a United Nations, you take ECOWAS. These are all IGOs, international governmental organizations. But anyways, I mean just want to feel like make that clear to owner. Again, that's another lesson for teach people to understand and learn, civic education. When you take me as an example, I start very young in Sierra Leone. I remember where I just don't finish school. I finished school very young. I sit down in the house. My grandpa, and God bless him, I did like it today. Now in kind of house, starting, I know say we sit there, we meet up in 1998, 1999, all until the day. So kind of slow, small. My grandpa, one day, come meet me in the house, I say, what you do? You know, go colleges, they don't begin to take application. Now I can't go for a big college, but by the time they go for a big college to the chancellor at the time, I don't forget his name now. I say, hey, he say, Pafona, he said, hey, Bobo, you picking? It's like wait next year now. He said this year, he said all side of full up. He said, pass can't team up that window. When I imagine from 1999 for a big college, people they go to a class one at the silicon and so. Well, look, me grade everything. We just see, I think the list I guess was like a 3. Because economics, accounting, all the area them from term of the school, I like those subjects, So it carry me go. I say, wait. Now, Fafona says, no. He say, we no go wait 1 year. I say, what you go do? You go transfer, come back now from a college later. He said, can you go right now? Log on to Milton Magai. That's why I go to Milton Magai College. I go do me 3 years at Milton Magai College. I get me higher teacher certificate. From there, I begin work. I work with, a non-governmental organization who will disburse microcredit. God bless them, our family uncle. Disburse microcredit to Sierra Leone and them. No markets are there, they're not sabi me. Well, if they're not sabi me, safe. But at least when they go to the office, they sabi me. But no market too, but now they then tell them where they talk to some of them. I go listen to this message and I go begin member ARD. Well, they disburse microcredit to woman them. We empower. I believe say through my penmanship, what is sign. I bless until more than 200,000 women that I can't get inside Sierra Leone today. My handprint, it depends beaucoup market woman them. From Freetown now, take go across the provinces, Bo Kenema, McKinney, all over Sierra Leone. My penmanship, some already listen to this message and go remember say, if you be received microcredits, those early 2000s, yes, Ibrahim, I sign you check for you for go to bank. Actually, I begin work at a young age, disbursing billions of leons, hundreds of billions. Till I go and work back and start a chartered bank as a premier banker day. Till I America. So to today, so my experience level, it's there. So when I come to town, I go Milton Magai, don't Milton Magai, come back now, I teach me own student, my class already teach me own classmates them back now, how they do financial services with degree in financial services. I they teach me own class back. So left hand the tail don't go come on salon America. Now salon I don't get all my experience and exposure. Salon play a very great role in my life. Not to for say I run now, I can oversee, I can see lights. No, the lights I see them from Sierra Leone. I don't even want car America. Now through me WEF, because in Fambule, me WEF was like 10, 11. Wait. I don't even want car America. But if I don't become, it's a breakup of my family. And I be like me WEF 2 months. We don't get one picking, me first born into the day. We don't get one picking. I'm like, let's go see what's going to happen, nobody. So, because I had a choice, break up the relationship, because of course, me woman in family and all day now, man don't can, I don't go point your own chance for can see a better opportunity. That's why I can't America. Why I can't? My first job in America. Now for Bank of America. My first job. Why go to the interview? Matter of fact, you can apply for a position lesser. Why go the guy say, I say, man, why you not apply for another position at the time? But it's saying they, when I look back later, all I can understand how much the pay difference. All I say, I don't know. But you don't know, man, don't know. I just say, it's I want enter inside the system. I work for Bank of America. Now Bank of America, they other bank recruit me, SunTrust Bank. Then go give me a better position, a higher position than Bank of America. Then give me a premier banker where they deal with businesses there. Hundreds of millions of dollars accounts they what they control. I get some of the records inside SunTrust Bank. Me record they're unbreakable to this day, and nobody not going for break there. When it comes to sales, because I be sell. As I be sell. So me, not to talk about, but I just tell no know the level of experience. I come back by the banking. I say, what? I want to diversify my experience now. I don't want to do banking again. I don't want to do finance anymore. Now I want to go back into the medical field. I want to go understand a few things. I left. I joined the military. The military trained me. My specialty and skill set is in refractive surgery. And you see, we got a young doctor, when they do them corneal transplant them. I'm not a medical doctor, by the way, but I'm a physician assistant. That's why I was trained. I'm not a medical doctor. Let people don't know them what they need. I'm not a medical doctor. I don't get MDB in my name. No. But I'm a physician assistant. We got a very young doctor in Salon where they do well. And they see they do corneal transplants them. Basically, corneal transplant, this to your eyeball, this we eyes, we eye yaso. Not to the white part, but the brown part of we eye is the cornea. A cornea is the most healthy part of we eye, and I supply everything we eyeball need. That cornea, about 80% of which we need for we eye, and the cornea day. With refractive power and everything, it is at the cornea. So like so take it if people and die, so they can pull light when they pull person in the eye, they preserve them, then they able for transplant into other person in the eye. As long as the other person able to agree, in systems and body agree with her. But I see she's doing a phenomenal job when it comes to that. But that kind of work and I mean land with the military. Eventually, I'm not going to go use them necessarily, which is not my intention. But my goal was I wanted to be a part of the American system in a way where I would come inside the military system. And I was grateful for the opportunity because the military trained me in that light. Today I'm working in that area, I'm working in that field, and as a military professional as well. So my experience is very diverse. And so what did I want to say? I did contest the presidency in 2020. It's not because I want for just talk as a very young man. I'm very, very young. But my experience is there for bear. If I can't give me biography today, na boku page, it has to go long for it. So it's not about me, right? Self-praise is not recommendation because it's not necessary. But at some point, yes, definitely, you have to talk about those things. Why are they so now within the military structure? Telling people, I'm proud of my accomplishments. The position where they right now, my rank structure, when they look at the rank structure of the military, I get two more level line left for I reach the ultimate, where the chief of the United States Air Force. That's if I reach there, because they go look and say, okay, I don't continue again. Let's see how they go. But not two rank left. I'm a senior enlisted leader within the first structure of the United States Air Force. I have people under me. When I can see so many, now multitask, not easy. Just let me mind free no more, but it's not easy. I get for right evaluations. EPR, we go to call EPR. Enlisted Performance Report. All my subordinates under me. When I get for decide right for promote, what they promote. Get for give them, it is like a document what they use for evaluate everybody. We don't go promote. I give you the reasons why you're not for promote. I don't feel so you don't reach that point. That's what you need for promote. We go, those are all my responsibilities. I am tasked with that. I am what you call the non-commissioned officer in charge, NCOIC of a whole unit. Some people about, all in here is saying, because I want to know, say, I'm prepared and I'm ready for leadership. So I say I contest 2028 elections, the presidential elections. I want to understand where I'm coming from. And from 2028 all the way through. So what are you telling us, so young man and young woman them? Now we get for this fete together as young people. If we Africa and Sierra Leone get for grow, now we the young people get for come together. So you already listen to me. Let we all come together. Not jealous me, I need jealous you. Let we get a vision of us coming together to say we're going to free our people. When I look at the sufferings of Sierra Leoneans, when I look at the pains of our citizens, when I look at how people they live life in this part of the world and see how people they live life, and politicians say come on my way election can go give them money, then give them boo music for let them dance. It's an insult to their integrity. It insults me. I feel so insulted for my people. I feel bad for my brother and sister. Them. We don't see the like today prostitution is on the rise. My brothers and sisters, them young one them, they don't go college, they don't go school, they don't go learn book, work no day for them. So now what you then get for orphan and them body? Some they do one for team up and tickets and net. Some they do one publicly. Sometimes they just up and down the pass. They go to the government office them. I sabi all in the salon people. I grew up in a salon. I know the system. I know the system. I day. I sabi. I need to talk what I don't know. Everything I tell you guys, I know. The same things we already talk about for the past 20 years. Now we talk about it today. So salon people, these are the facts. These are the important things that we are one lady, young people. Una we don't disenfranchise at the APC party. Don't lose hope. Una wait, we come together as young people. Again, through my People's Liberation Academy. But I'm going to contest for inside the APC. Now inside APC party, I born again APC party card. Nobody again nothing for tell me inside APC. I born again APC party card. If we keep record, it did it. So not to tell where I get for dilly-dally and waiting there because of this and that. Because I know say the mindset, if we get for change, now within these political parties, the change get for come out. But at the same time, you keep tick behind the mouth. Now make the People's Liberation Academy day. But at the end of the day, I know say then go for post challenge, then go for fetway, then go for can do all kind of thing. Why go for commot why they reach that free tongue for go change over that political climate day. Then go for try all kind of thing. But I'm telling you guys, you have to be prepared as well. Because again, I don't take una by surprise. I don't give una early warning signs now. I don't begin prepare una at a very early point for say una get for prepared for that battle. Una save this message for generations to come. Why they give una so today? 2028. When it come, Salon for go before. What do you mean? No, the average Sierra Leonean not for suffer. The average Sierra Leonean should live a life of bliss, a life of peace, a life of happiness. Salon people, boss, so man they wake in the morning, not even know what they go eat, what they get for it. Papa, then they wake. The life expectancy now is 45 for man in a salon. For woman about 54. Because you know the pressure where man they go through, make man forget long life again. People just they die, helter skelter, young man they die not to come on. Sick all somebody, small sick one for care and go in a salon. We know anything there. How long this will continue? But from all they grew up now the same thing. I might have been fortunate. I grew up last year. I go private school. I might have been fortunate. I don't go public school. I don't be savvy how public school time. I go private school. Till I reach a secondary school. That I go collegiate. Collegiate that they be family line come on. My papa, the uncle, all la collegiate will all go. So I go collegiate. All of them till the day. So when me I can open, when myself I reach the realistic world now because we did a private school, you are protected. You don't know what's happening at the outside world. Go school, pack lunch for you, get drive out, go left you at school, all in the day. So man, not be savvy what people they go through. But a lot of my friends then go private public school, then say they still, but they sum up to for be something in life. They make a good living out of that. And me believe so for bring them back to public schools. I don't believe in private schools. Knowing what I know now, I don't believe say we forget private schools that I will continue. I believe say everybody for attend the same school, every Pekin for attend the same school. Because when we make the private school to where every Pekin from president all the way can down, then Pekin attend public schools. So God they say we're not getting it for private school. Because you go see we'll go fix with schools there, we'll go take care of the schools there, we'll pay with teacher correctly. We will make sure say classrooms they're not crowded. We will give teachers until 15 Pekin to one teacher instead of almost 25 Pekin or 30 Pekin to one teacher. We will lessen the burden. We will increase the welfare of the schools. We will create amenities. We go invest in school sporting activities. But if we get private schools, we segregate, we pick them, and picking them feel say better passing company. They don't understand the reality of what's actually happen. These are some of the things that I believe in, and I mean policy they never get for put in place. Now the policy they never get for put in place, when they put a total ban on private schools, you will get problem with that. Fine, bring it on. Tell me why we forget private schools. There were other picking they don't get access for even get proper access to education at public schools. Then we'll go fix with public school them. Sometime later on we'll go decide to bring private schools back. Some people, I'm saying all of these things to now because these are the things that I believe in. The other thing what I believe in say we get for nurture a culture of patriotism and nationalism to the country. How we get for do am? Singapore do am. Military service. You know, people in Africa, when they say military, you know, say all man remember, now gone and for go fight war. That is the problem with when they say military. People don't understand, say, within the military structure, you get various jobs. Well, you go train people, you'll be dental assistant, you'll be a optometry assistant, you'll be a lab assistant. Basically, think about every job where they get people where they within join the military. Young man, them where they come out high school for serve at least 4 years. Young woman, them for serve at least 4 years. We give them a skill set where they train. It is either you go college straight up, you sign up later for become a commissioned officer, or immediately after high school, if you don't want to go college, you join the military. We give you that baseline, at least the basic requirement now was and information so strengthen your education. If you don't pass your WASC, you know they can join the military. Because they do go for begin from that get-go, that early stage. People are going to say, hey, Bible, we live in a democratic society, allow people to live very do what they have to do. When you want to change a nation, sometimes you have to dictate the course of the nation. And I'm been at Singapore where a few, less than 17 of them, will come together for change the Singapore narrative, then get military service. So when you join the military, when you come out, you don't get this sense of patriotism and nationalism. Not so you try, but they can't put it in front. You put the country in front. That is what we go teach you inside the military. They don't go teach you about tribe, we don't teach you about anything else but nationalism and patriotism. So that's in the way you don't serve that for years. To go to this day, when we put you in any other position, after you serve, you come out of the military, you go then at the civilian sector. When we give you a position of trust to go to this day, the discipline where the military give you, that sense of selflessness, where you don't know now say it's not about me. That sense of integrity, where you don't know say you have to hold yourself to high standard. Bribery, not a big part of the problem again. Nobody will accept bribe in the nation. Because the military don't go put into you a sense of discipline. What to God this day, anybody who can foolishness to you, you don't go tolerate it, you don't go take her. And we make sure say we prosecute and discipline people. And me go even go to the extent where I go to parliament for say for eradicate corruption. They reach some kind of corruption we partake in to God in this day because it cause destruction to lives. It cause destruction to lives. And so, kind of about corruption, the way they involve in, I strongly believe, say, in consonance with parliament and stakeholders, we forget the death penalty for some level of corruption. If you then give money, say, make this road, you don't make that road. You know how that road they get for affect the economy? Like your brother Cashbox to talk about the fact that when you go to the World Bank, the website, it did say 1 grand kilometer of extension when they do that certain road, it save over 20 minutes. Wait today, it take 20 minutes for come up from one point to the other. Now, in less than 2 minutes, you don't come out, you don't cross. World Bank reports put on there. So then give that money for make that road day. You don't slow down with agricultural sector. And the agricultural sector now you don't make their farmer they will go farm. Now then farm there, then grow them produce them. Now they go for take out for car and go sell and go to market. The road there for pass for go sell them goods there. So you don't spoil the road. Now instead of them spend sometimes 2 hours na road, then they go for spend 48 hours na road. When are 2 days standing. By the time they make if na banana then get the banana don't spoil. Now you see, this is how corruption they destroy we country. So if we say make this road, you don't make the road. Now you don't affect the livelihoods of generations yet unborn. So me believe say if we implement the death penalty per day, we say make this road, make the road, not take the money. They say give this money for go pay debt. You don't go pay the debt, you hold the money. Me believe say we for implement the death penalty. Because we not for allow people like that for live with we. They kind about corruption in the it pass rebel war. Because what you make we get the brutal rebel war 1991, they say that corruption. They say that suppression. They say human rights not be there. Corruption, all kind of thing. So why would we allow let people them sit again, then go a little bit down that path, we'll get forget another waiting. Feds come out, na the country. So these are the visions what I get. Some people them. Are they prepare on now? Everybody, they wanna know. When we reach that country for that politics, now clean politics will go practice. Then go out all kind of thing, then go come out all kind of slander, this and that. What they want to go talk? So again, I said to her before this message long too much now, 40 something minutes now. I want to prepare ourselves, salon people, young boys, young girls. I want to know say Ibrahim de Fona. And when we come 2028, that force will get for put together. Then I don't like how you say, oh, the APC, SLPP. No, even if I go contest on the APC banner, I believe say me they come with a different ideology, a different mindset. When I get for count on me and not say yes. Because you know what you do, I don't make the mistake where I go form a small movement that corner. You know, we're not going to forget the kind of change we're going to forget. How long no one for anybody optic? Because you know, say for example, you go, win parliamentary seat. You don't say nobody civil activist work. How long you do civil activist? Because that is what they count on. So now I make they no say if you go to a small political party, you the people want a lot of una get an allegiance to these political parties. So why I don't go one time and not say okay, then people will get their allegiance already to the APC party. Not go cultivate this sense of nationalism within the APC party. Let we bring and come out for the good of Sierra Leone. So yes, we go contest the presidency in 2028. We go for her. Then get for calm, all kind of thing. Una get for prepare ourselves, una get for ready. Not to one man fet, we all fet. Nobody will not go allow let them destroy with political parties there in that country. The APC, now we grandpa they make a be with TB. We papa they make and be with TB. We don't see no more some Jack and Jill and kind of what if the guy Jacko. No, we go take we party back. 2028 we're coming. We go for the flag bearership day. Whatever it takes, we have to have a stake at the table. In 2028, it not happening. They happen back 2033. Let we go. It's a long haul. Salon people, they prepare now. Some people they didn't wait 3-4 years, but by that time they don't reach the age for votes. They don't know what they talk so right now. But we know say we get for change that country for the good of Sierra Leoneans. Why would brother and sister for they go so far, they go past the Mediterranean for come overseas? But with everything that we have now in nation, all the riches, the gentry will get now in nation. Come on, Sierra Leoneans there. Why world for all for America? Wait to make America great like I great, because we get institutions. The people value themselves. But we will not value ourselves. And I made a bring camp na me own campaign 2028. We have to value ourselves. We Sierra Leone will go for value ourselves. So I said to una they feel disenfranchised today within the APC party. Ibrahim is here for una. Una now they go, now they watch. They say they pull Marabio. But what Indian leaders they do? The one they already fought within the APC. Watch them. Then none of them mention Marabio name. But they go fight make championship within the APC. Because what you do, they get protection. We don't see the game when they play. And I say this again, last day at the close. If they were Sidon, they don't do what they for do, for make sure say them protect the voters them. Then Sidon say, Marabio take that election day. Like how NEC don't do all kind of things for let them rig the election. So they don't call PR system. So God in this day, they Sidon, staff Marabio, all that power in that country, they win the election they back. Like me, I know you thing. Not so other person talk this on Ibrahim Talker. I know you thing again. So God in this day, would they allow Marabio Sidon yanda that 5 year day? No sense. When they come, we can change the country. When they come with the right politics. Now, me they tell you this, Ibrahim, that's what I say. Then why I see them? Over the past 4 years, 5 years, we don't talk. I don't talk. Una ask for we people when they don't pull them in the voter register. Una ask the other say the international community. Nobody know they take action. The leaders of the opposition, the parliamentarians, nobody know they take action. If they why I see them, because sometimes they get planned for Gimara Bio second time. If they why I see them, they allow President Bio for go second time. So go to this day, hey, the Boku noise, the rudeness, lay done. Would they allow Marabio? All they go wait down for 2028. We all they wait for 2028. But we're gonna go mark everything what they tell us. So then people there, we don't see the way they misbehave. So then get plan where they don't sign. But we go see, we go wait, we they watch, and we observe. Now so I say, Ibrahim. Now me don't tell you this. Salon people them, Lord wise up. Let we get hope. Let we believe say there is a better tomorrow. Salon go change. Marabio they go. But una go ask una leaders them. For make sure say they bring the 250,000 people in the way they don't delete. Let them make sure say they we young brother and sister that we don't register. Let them register them. Over 500 to 700,000 of them. They don't register. We the young adults them. Let them make sure say the population of Freetown and correct them. The mayor Ivanakisa until we say they reduced the population of Freetown by over 42%. We know say inside Freetown, Western, Urban, we get more than 1.5 million to 2 million people. Statistics they tell you for saying that less than about 600,000 people in Freetown, Western, Urban. Hey, Salon people them. I say this again to una all the leaders them accountable, because if President Bioga for go, not to buy talk no more, not to for Allah no more, therefore make sure say people away for vote, get the right for vote and protect the vote. I watch a video of President Bio where he recently picked Julian Jalo as in flag bearer. When I see how the heavy concentration of the north, when I see Al Brother Alpha Kandem and all these other people, they are heavily concentrated on the north. And then the APC, they fetch themselves, they scatter the party, they call the Limba people and now say not to APC people, and they talk all kinds against Limba people inside the APC party. Well, when we come 2028, we change all that nonsense there, because we make sure say the APC is inclusive and the APC will be party where other than one side the community, now in the day. If you go to the south, the people of the southeast, let them all the positions there within the political party. Then the make for make sure say implement at the APC. Who are the people they want? Now go to the. Who are the people they want for represent them? Now for represent them. I don't believe in the PR structure. Oh. I believe say everybody you for go announce to the people, let the people decide say now you want or not want you. But anyway, salon people at my left and I don't tell no the audio. I just want if we can bring some clarity back to owner. Let we know say there is hope, there is light. I wish you well in the next elections. Of course, we are for me we audio them. If any other thing they want we can talk, I can talk to owner. But 2028, I contest the presidency, and I don't know say eager for being inside the APC party. So let everybody brace themselves, get them boots ready, get together, and make sure say what you get for do for make sure say that they come to being, they come to pass. By God in power, we change that country today, not only for power angry, but the fact of the matter remains we have a responsibility to change that country today. Thank you, everybody. Bye bye. Have a good one. All right.